Shooting from the Lip features views and opinions from smart, funny, serious, and not so serious people. This show is intended for a mature and not so mature audience. Enjoy the show!
What is up, everyone? Kevin Hale giving it to you on this Monday night, April 10th, 2017. Live tonight via Blog Talk Radio. Hoping everyone had a great, nice, fun weekend. It was great, nice, and fun for me. Good show lined up tonight. 3 segments, maybe a 4th. 3 confirmed. 10 o'clock, right after I do some quick intros, I'm going to bring on Amanda Rose. She is CEO, founder at Dating Boutique, Inc. We're going to have fun getting the scoop on the dating scene, and maybe, just maybe, if she has some advice for yours truly here to do something about my single life. 10:30, Stephen Gould, singer-songwriter, will come on. He's got a great story. He's got, besides being a talented musician, sang at the LMPD's funeral, the officer Nick Rodman, his funeral last week. He was the one who came up with the song, sang it at the funeral, and a real good thing. And I wanted to have him on to share that experience, pass along some good karma to everyone. At around 11, Abbie Purdie, actress, model, Antonio Pantoja, photographer, filmmaker. They'll be on to talk about their work, share a project that they recently done with Raul Borcar, who's a local musician as well. So jam-packed show. My usual co-host, Russ Hinkle, is out of town. He's going to try to call in later. If he does, that will be my 4th and last segment of the night, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But first up, turning on her mic, Amanda Rose, CEO, founder at Amanda Rose, the Dating Amanda. What's up, lady?
Hey, Kevin. Thanks so much for having me.
Yeah. How are you? You doing all right?
I'm doing well. Enjoy this beautiful day.
It was a very nice day. Actually, the last couple of days have been pretty nice. Good weather. So.
Right.
Good dating weather, huh?
Yes, exactly. I can get out there and recruit people. They're not hibernated.
Yeah, yeah, there you go. That make them want to come out of hibernation to interact with a living person or people. So
right.
Welcome.
Exactly.
Yeah, welcome to the show. Give us a quick background with you. How did all of this come about for you?
Well, I'll try to say it as quick as possible. It's kind of a crazy story.
Huh?
I started my first business back in the end of 2011 when I found my ex-husband, who was my husband at the time, dating online on Match.com. But while I was looking for his profile, I thought, these guys are scary. They need help. How are they going to date? There should be a business that helps these guys look dateable. So of course, we got divorced. I don't need to say that. But after that, I created the business, and it led to a job with an international matchmaking agency. And I didn't like their process, so I branched off on my own and created my own matchmaking agency along with the online dating profile makeovers. Mm-hmm. And that's where I am today.
Can I ask, what's the timing of all this? How far back was it that we'll only bring him up this last time, but how far back was that for you?
The end of 2011. So I really launched the first business, the Dating Stylist, in the beginning of 2012.
Well, okay. So you kind of came about this, I don't want to say the hard way, but it was a very realistic way. There's probably a lot of people who are doing the dating scene now. I'll say at my age, in my 40s, getting ready, that older group. There's probably a lot of people who have experienced something like that was their life-changing event that put them in that single status, if you will. So
yes, definitely. I have a lot of clients that kind of relate to my story.
Right. Well, let's piggyback off that. When you're working with clients, and that is the thing that they experience, because I guess realistically, when someone experiences that, if they're the per se victim, or the one that was kind of betrayed, if you will, then there's that sense of betrayal, or not betrayal, sense of trust for the
Right.
next person. How do you go about overcoming, that mindset with people?
Yeah, and I think that's one of the hardest parts is that people, have these mindsets about dating or relationships that are so damaged, or they still carry that baggage. And, it's something that I had to heal from. And I went, did all this self-help, the healing process. And it's hard to take people through that, but it's necessary. So if I take on a client, we do a lot of date coaching to kind of get them to that good place, that good mindset of dating. So they're not going out there thinking, everybody's going to cheat on them, or everybody's, a jerk, or whatever it is. So that's just a major part of our business to get them to that right spot to date healthy.
Once I'm gonna throw it out. I've been divorced since 2007, so it's been over 10 years. I've been in a few relationships since, and my last relationship was over 3 years ago. How do you convince someone who has the mindset, or actually, it's not even. No, let me backtrack. My mindset these days is that love will find me. I don't want to go looking for it. Is that a good or correct approach? What would you tell me? What would
Yeah, I think that's
person with that mindset?
It's kind of good. But I mean,
Kind of.
you have to be yeah, it's kind of good. I mean, you have to have that expectation that it's going to find you, but you have to be proactive in the process. You can't stay at home, watching Netflix in your pajamas behind the computer all day. You have to get out there to meet people, make connections.
Fair point. And I can proudly say that I do get out. I do get out routinely. I'm out usually on the weekends, but I guess that's probably not my mindset is to go and meet people, not date people. And
Okay.
I've turned off some people with that because the whole dating thing to me is, and correct me if I'm wrong, is finding someone that you want to go out with, and the expectation is with quote unquote dating is that you go pick them up, go out to dinner, you hang out, blah 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 blah, and you feel the process, and if it's good, you go with it. If it's not, then you don't. But my mindset
Right.
has been no, I don't really want to date. How about we just meet out? And if we don't connect, then we, can part ways. There's not that awkward ride home or, that thing. So help me. Is that
Okay. I'm just going to tell you how it is.
Tell me straight.
What I think.
Tell me how it is. Yes.
So, it seems like maybe you're already making that expectation that it's not going to work out. Instead of planning a date, it's kind of already being set up as we're just going to hang out. It might not go anywhere, whatever. But if we have that expectation ahead of time, that's usually how it goes. But if we expect, okay, I'm going to have a great time, I can meet this great person, expect that you're going to meet somebody that's amazing. I mean, that's not always going to happen, of course, but just go into it like this could be a great opportunity to find, that relationship. I just like to set my clients up for success and have them think that way before they even go out on the date, even if it doesn't work out. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does, and you're right. I think I am. It's probably safe that I don't know if 100% of me, but definitely more than 50% of me has probably already shut the notion down of that it's not really going to go forward. I guess it's probably safe to say I don't. And some of that is that I've been. Lately, alone doesn't mean lonely. I'm okay being alone. I do go out routinely, but I also like my own time. And
that's good.
So there's a little struggle.
You have to be happy.
Yeah.
Right. You have to be happy alone.
What is one of the biggest mistakes that people make that maybe shut down the attraction to someone? What is it about? Is it maybe me babbling too much, or what is some of those no-nos for someone to become less attractive to the other person?
Right. There's so many. But, I'm just trying to think of a few for time's sake. But I think some of the big ones is someone who tries to act like someone they're not. A lot of times what I see as like, especially with online dating, you know, they'll put up pictures that are like 10 years old, or they'll say they're 35 when they're like, you know, like you have to be authentic. You can't lie and then expect them not to find out. I mean, that's going to sabotage your each date. And a friend of mine, we were just talking about this yesterday, like people lie about their ages and who they are. It's crazy. That's a big one. Also, I think people, you know, tend to fall too fast sometimes. Instead of getting to know that person, you know, they become head over heels automatically instead of really getting to know the heart and the values of somebody. They focus on physical attraction before they focus on, you know, somebody's characteristics, their values, who they really are. And they get caught up in that whole, you know, more like passion and chemistry instead of focusing. They'll forget the red flags that are like flashing in front of them just because they have like an awesome passion and chemistry with someone. So I think that sets people up for failure all the time. Do you want me to name more?
So you really, we could actually, you're right. You could, I think you're on a roll. But so, are you really saying personality is important?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it definitely is. I mean, if you know, you can meet someone, you know, this hot guy that's perfectly built, but if he has like the personality of a rock, or, you know, he can't even hold a conversation, that relationship is not going to go far. Or if he's like, you know, cheating on you or whatever it is, you have to make sure they have a good personality too. And I think personality does make people more attractive, or it can make them, you know, less attractive. You do have to be attracted to them at some point.
Right. You know, and you know, with social media, you know, with Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, what is it, all these other, Snapchat, that, what does that do for you, or does those types of social apps make your job easier or more complicated? Because I have to say that I'm a guy that, if you go to my Facebook or any of my page, I'm not a guy that takes a selfie every day. I think that's kind of
Right.
lame that guys do that, you know, and no offense, but, you know, that's your own thing. But, you know, but I also think it's kind of lame that chicks do it every day. You know, I don't know if, I mean, clearly these people, they're doing it for their own little self pep. You know, that's how I see it. So, you know, but when it comes to social media, because one of the things that drives me crazy when somebody posts something, that a picture or something, and to me that they're waiting all of these likes and comments, and then I'll kind of scroll for shits and giggles. I'll scroll through the comments and see all these dog ugly guys respond back to these pictures, and I'm thinking, one, chick, is that really what your intentions were? Because, you know, to me, that's I don't get that.
Yeah, it's always the same,
and vice
guys
versa
too, if you know that.
It's always the same, right? Yeah, the same, same guys. But back to the question: how much does, you know, these kind of social media apps where it is all visual kind of help or hinder your job?
Well, it can make it, you know, a hot mess, or it can help it. It really depends on how somebody's using it. It can help if people are using it appropriately. But like, for example, I'll get people, you know, that contact my business, and I always check them out on Facebook, see who they are, what they're about. And some of these, you know, I see pictures with women, you know, their boobs are pretty much hanging out. Can I say that on here? I hope. I mean, well, like, you know, they're...
Yes.
Okay. I mean, they're pretty much, you know, asking for all this attention. And that can hinder the process because they, you know, guys automatically think, okay, they might be an easy target, or they might post a lot of things that are just negative and like, just like my poor pitiful me type stories, and that just turns people off. So that can hinder. Yeah, but like Facebook, social media can be a great tool to meet people and get dates. I mean, I've had several dates from like social media things, and other people too. I think it's a great resource outside of like online dating. So it just depends on how you use it.
That's right.
Does that
now you mentioned Tinder. Now Tinder gets has, you know, the is known as a hookup site. You know, but in fair, is it? Because I have to admit, I go on Tinder actually more to gawk. You know, people watch, and I can't believe, and I can only imagine. I can only imagine the types of guys that are on there. But you know, when I do read through some of the profiles, some of these ladies do seem sincere, that they're on here for the LTR, the long-term relationship, that they're
Right.
really looking for someone. So, I think these sites, not putting these in your with you, but a lot of these sites, Tinder, what is that, Plenty of Fish, or what? I
Bumble.
don't know.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
Bumble.
they have that reputation, but I mean, those sites kind of really are what you want them to be, right?
Exactly. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I think that's one of my favorite dating apps, and I recommend that to my clients. Tinder,
Oh,
I think, is good too. I've actually been I've met some great people. I haven't been on that many dates with Tinder, but I have dated some amazing men
mm,
that I met on Tinder. So, and some
cool.
of them I'm still friends with, today. So I think it's a great resource. You just have to weed out the bad ones, and you have to be careful on who you choose to date. But definitely, I think people should give it a try, because you never know who you'll meet. Just, don't go out with the sleazy people that, if there's a red flag, pay
There are.
attention to it.
All right, that's a good one. What are some of the? I know there's lots, but give us a few. What are some of the red flags you would give to both men and women, when they're out
With online
looking?
dating, or just in
Yes,
general?
online dating.
I would pay attention to the pictures. One, I think if the first impression speaks like 1,000 words. If they are, in the bathroom with their shirt off and their pants hanging down, I mean, for women, I mean, that's a sign. He's kind of there for you he's kind of wanting attention. I would never date a man that doesn't have a shirt on in his online dating profile. And then the same for same for women, or in their profile pictures. If the girl's showing more skin than not, she's wanting attention not just from you, but every man out there.
Yes,
So
exactly.
and that might be good for a moment, but not long term. So it just, pay attention to the pictures. Do they look classy? Pay attention to what they say in their messages. I mean, you can tell a lot by someone's first, second message, how they communicate, kind of what they're after, and you just if you feel something's off, it probably is. So pay attention to your gut.
Fair. Right.
Yeah, and another red flag in online dating, especially for women, is he asking to take you out, or is he asking to hang out at don't go to his place, make him take you on a date? Just pay attention to that kind of stuff.
You're killing my game, Amanda. I'm joking.
Sorry.
No, I have to admit, I shared a little funny story with my mother. She said to me the other day, when's the next time you're going to bring somebody over for dinner? And
Oh, no.
I jokingly made a comment. I said, actually, it's funny you said that, Mom, because next weekend, this is all joking, I connected with someone on Craigslist. I only have her for 2 hours because I couldn't afford 3. So dinner has to be on time. And she looked at me as if I was kind of serious, because she kind of knows with the show, and I've done certain things that,
Right.
yeah, but that is, I mean, in a sense, a lot of the next relationship is kind of a swipe right away.
Right. It is. 1 in 3
Yeah.
people that get married today meet online. So I don't know. That's just the world we live in today.
Mm-hmm. Have you? Will your next long-term serious relationship come from someone online?
I don't know. We'll see. I'll let you know. Okay, we can do an update.
Yeah. Keep me
Updated
posted.
show.
Yeah. What's with all relationships, especially with what you're doing with the dating boutique, is right now, especially with, say, the older, because I want to say you're in your 30s, right?
Right.
Safe say.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk older, 40s and older. For these people who have been out of, have been married, done the marriage thing, are a lot of these people, the end game for them still is to get married, be married, find that companion.
Yeah. I would say the majority that I've worked with, that's what they want. Is they want that long-term relationship, that marriage. Definitely. I think
Live
I lost you. Are
radio.
you there?
Oh no, we're
Sorry.
back now. Yeah,
Okay.
there was a dead moment. No, you there? Did we lose you again? Did I lose you
Yeah.
again?
Okay. I think
Okay,
that's
no, you're here. Okay,
it's my service. I think, because where I
go
live,
if you
my
need to
cell phone service.
go climb on top of your roof and
Okay.
get, yeah.
Okay.
So
So
we're
please
saying
repeat
marriage.
I'll repeat
Yeah,
it.
marriage. Ultimately, marriage is the end game for a lot of people still.
Right. Yeah, it is. I mean, I'm not sure what you heard what I said, but the majority of the clients that come to me are looking for marriage, and a lot of those are like 40, plus. We do work with younger people too, but that's what they want. They want that long-term committed relationship, even after being divorced or having long-term relationships didn't work out.
Right. I have to ask this question. How do you handle clients that might be 5 or 6s, but kind of insist that they are in the ball game, or they are in the hunt for 9 and 10s? How do you deal with that?
Yeah, I get it all the time.
I know, I'm sure.
But no, you just have to be honest with them and be like, look, we set you up based on your physical attraction level and theirs. So you can't expect someone, some hot top model type if you're not, top hot model, like, George Clooney, Brad Pitt. So we kind of have to just tell them that. They don't always like to hear that, but it's the truth. And so you can't set somebody up with, unrealistic expectations that it's just going to end bad every single time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like to profess I'm as straight as the next straight man, but I would consider going out with George or Brad one night, just one.
Heck yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The gods.
Right.
How when it all comes down to relationships, is sex still the most important topic? Is that compatibility?
Yeah, I think it is. I mean, that's a huge part of relationship. But something else that I hear, especially for like the older, maybe I don't want to say older, because I'm almost at that age, but like 40 and up, they want that, like, through companionship. They want someone that they can enjoy life with. They want the whole package. So they want, kind of like their best friend, but also have that amazing chemistry as well. So all that stuff's important to have, a good relationship.
Yeah, I agree. Well, to enlighten you, what is today, the 10th? In 13 days, I will be celebrating a milestone birthday, and it's not 40. So,
What is it?
I'm still.
Can you tell us?
the big 50, babe.
Really?
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
So yeah. Of course, my date list, I think right now it probably is 40 and above.
Yeah.
The notion of going a little younger than that, I don't think there's a lot of good conversation and pillow talk that I can have with people that too much
right.
younger. So,
well, the mindset's different too, with age group. So
and the mindset.
that has
Exactly.
Very
cool. Oh man, a great segment. Share with us, you got any projects you got coming up? How do you go about? Do you have these kind of events that for that would bring people together? Do you do anything like that?
Yeah, sometimes we do. We have some other projects going on right now that's kind of taken over a lot of the time. Some exciting projects. I can't really talk about a lot of them, but we always have exciting things that we're doing, just trying to branch out kind of nationwide. But hopefully we will have some events coming up. If anybody want to connect on my Facebook page, we'll, list the events anytime we have them. So hopefully that'll be
share your social media with everyone.
The Dating Boutique is, you can search it on Facebook. It's Dating Boutique. The website also is datingboutiqueinc.com and our amandaRoseinc.com too. So you can find me on any of those.
And on Tinder for you guys out there?
Yeah, not anymore. I deleted it.
Okay, all right. We'll leave. Amanda, you have been fun. I think you've been helpful and enlightening for me. So I'm gonna put some of these answers to test, and I'll let you know how that goes.
Yes, definitely. Let me know if you want me to be your wing woman one night.
Oh, absolutely. I would love. I need to meet you. I'd love to meet you, Amanda.
Yeah,
thanks for hanging out with me. Good
right,
stuff.
Thank you so much for having me. Okay, have a
All
good
right,
night.
take care. You too.
All right, bye-bye.
Amanda Rose, every rose. She's not a thorn. This rose didn't have thorns. This was a good segment. CEO, founder at Amanda Rose Dating Boutique. Got a couple more segments lined up. waiting for segment two's guest to give us a holler. Let me promote my shows. Besides Monday night, I do a Sunday night all sports talk show and a Tuesday night all music show. Sunday night co-host Heather Tungate, Tuesday night co-host Greg Unthank. Tomorrow night's show, plugging it, got a very solid lineup. I'll have Kevin McCreary, Raul Borkar, who else? Chase Skinner will be on the first segment, and then the second segment, Shane Dawson and Chuck Mingus. Nice show lineup for tomorrow night. First things first. Tonight, turning his mic on, welcoming, I'm going to say this right, it's Stephen Gould, right? Stephen?
Yes, sir.
How are you, brother?
Dude, I am doing wonderful and excited.
Are you in town? Because I noticed you got the 615 area code. Are you in Louisville or are you out of town or what?
This past week has been so busy and crazy with everything, but I live in Tennessee, and then I have family here, and I'm originally from Louisville, and back and forth all the time.
Very cool. You're still a kid too. So how long have you been doing music? You know, what's the music story for you?
Well, as far as the whole complete quick story is, I've got pictures of my diapers in my parents' kitchen floor as a little baby, with my mom's egg beaters and pots and pans playing drums.
Nice. Very, very cool.
And, and then went on to playing guitar, then piano, and then, just playing at church, and then bands and stuff like that. And then, of course, it's just one of those things I love it.
We ask can I ask how old are you right now? Well, I guess
I'm
right
29.
now would be later. 29. Okay. So what has been the Stephen story of late? I know you did, I want to say last weekend, didn't you have a release gig where you released your latest CD? Okay. How long was how did that all come about, and tell us the process there?
So I have been producing and writing music for a long time. I've had several recording studios, just started a small record label, all that, just trying to help other artists, as well as myself. And so I've been trying to just come out with music for so many years and just chasing the dream. And then about 2 years ago is when I actually started writing this record called Victory, Victory. And the first song, the single off that record is called Spaceman. And it was just, the whole record is just me experiencing life and the travels of that. And actually had a hard drive crash in the middle of backing up all the files about, say 2 years ago, like I said. And I lost all of the files on this record. And so I was able to salvage some of it, and it was just the building that I was recording everything in, the building got sold, and so like my lease was out, and I had to basically pack up instantly. And then that's where I just started performing on the walking bridge. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go play music. One of my good buddies, Brandon Hart, got me to start just playing on the bridge. And he was like, dude, you should do it. I was like, man, I don't know. But it turned out to be the biggest blessing I've ever had in my life. And the fact that it got me back to, because I did a lot of live sound engineering with a lot of, major artists and even just working with a lot of fantastic people in the industry. And being on the walking bridge changed my whole perspective of why I even sing. Why do I even play? And watching just people, mothers and their kids with strollers, not having $1 on them, and then just reaching into the change purse just to give me change. And I'm just like, I don't even want it, but it changed people's lives. Seeing people get proposed to on the bridge, just people having a bad day and me being able to cheer them up in whatever way just from me singing literally got me back to the whole grassroots of I'm here to help be a part of their lives and lift them up. And so that's where this record Victory, Victory really stems from. And then so fast forward to this year, it was just I need to get my music out. I need to finish this story and get it out there for people to listen to. And so that's where we are with this release. It was, last Friday, had, some people out over at Maxwell's House of Music, and I wanted it to be a home thing, and it has literally been the most amazing accomplishment for myself.
Very cool. Now, I had you send me the single to Spaceman. I want to play that for people. I got to listen to it real quick. I like the sound, what I got to hear of it. I'm going to actually get to hear all of it as I play it, but share with us, what's the song about, and how did it all come about?
So Spaceman is so special for me in the sense that after I had actually lived in Nashville with some major producers and different people, and I left that. I was supposed to have a record done out of that. That didn't happen. lost a lot of money in the deal, but I didn't get down on that. And so I literally felt like I just needed to go back and do me. And so Spaceman is my first song that I produced, I wrote, I arranged it. I did have some help with some different friends. They just came in and was like, hey, maybe you should do this with it. But as far as mixing, mastering, this is my first song I literally put all my talents and all my skills into. And the whole story behind it is just with the lyrics is, there's a lot of people, at least personally for me, is that say you can't, or, what are you doing? You're just dreaming. Like, you need to come back down to earth with your thoughts. But the whole line is, I'm flying through the sky. You wish you had wings. Don't deny it. And so, but it's to inspire other people like, hey, it's okay to dream. It's okay to think big and to jump for the stars. And so that's kind of like just my call to my friends and people around me, like, hey, this is life. Let's have fun and let's go for it.
Cool. Very cool. Let's do this. Hitting it. Spaceman. Yeah. Enjoy, people.
I'm flying through the sky. You wish you had wings, don't deny it. I'm swimming through the ocean. You should help me make waves with the dolphins. Yeah. I'm running through the mountains, picking flowers as I tread through. You should smell them. I'm lying in my bedroom, wondering what it's like to be a famous spaceman. Yeah. 'Cause I have a breath full of life, a heart that can skip a beat. Every time I wake up, I start to spread my wings. If I keep on running, will you follow me? Even if it's so hard, will you be beside me? Ooh, ooh, ooh. And tell me, ooh, ooh, ooh. Whoa, ooh, ooh, ooh. And tell me, we're singing out of key. It doesn't matter as long as we're in harmony. And we're laughing like we're monkeys, getting looks and stares, wishing they could join in. So we invite them to our house party, getting crazy about the pool. We should jump in, and we kick back in the evening, staring at the stars, pretend we're in the movie. We're gonna dream big, believe big, like we're spacemen. Oh, be fearless like lions, run as fast as we can. Yeah, yeah. 'Cause I have a breath full of life, a heart that can skip a beat. Every time I wake up, I start to spread my wings. If I keep on running, will you follow me? Even if it's so hard, will you be beside me? Ooh, ooh, ooh. And tell me, ooh, ooh, ooh. Whoa, ooh, ooh, ooh. And tell me, ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And tell me, ooh, ooh, ooh. Whoa, ooh, ooh, ooh. And tell me, ooh, ooh, ooh.
Dude, good Lord, man. That's killer. That's fucking killer,
Dude,
man.
thank you so much.
Oh, wow. Now, I have to ask you, your influences. Who's, who helped you get to where you're at as far as your idols. But I have to say first, man, I heard a lot of Bono right there, man. And I'd say that with all due respect, because Bono is Bono, but that's a great track. But yeah, you're telling me about your influences.
Yeah, so I grew up in a very conservative Christian home, and so all we listened to was like Southern gospel. And
All right.
Anybody that's listened to Southern gospel, their vocal and their harmonies, man, you can't touch them. And
that's a good point.
and so then coming from that, then just doing a lot of Christian rock stuff, and then I've always had a soft spot for like Frank Sinatra, the Righteous Brothers, Elvis, Journey, obviously modern stuff like Bruno Mars. I'll admit I'm a fan of Justin Bieber, Justin Timberlake. Yeah. Katy Perry. If it's good, I love it. Like even if it's jazz, Aretha Franklin. It literally, I think every person that sings, to me, they're a storyteller. And to be able to listen to somebody's story, it's more than just a song. It's them telling a section of their life and their experiences. And so for me, like even you mentioned Bono, like, yes, definitely I'm a huge U2 fan. But like, I think it's just, I'm so open to, all different genres of even Metallica. I love Metallica. And there's so many influences. I honestly don't know where to begin with.
Well, you said a lot, and I can tell with that song how much your heart and effort was put into that. But that I can't wait. I have to wait to hear what the rest of the albums and the story you're telling. So that's good stuff. What would you say music genre would fall under? Or
man, it's so hard because like the whole album, all the songs are similar but extremely different from each other. Just the way I recorded them, because the last two songs on the record are called Gone and Hurt, and they're more of like piano ballad type songs. And and so there's some aspects that are very singer-songwriter, acoustic guitar, right, piano, and, just your organic instruments, And then there's some other songs on there that are very pop and R&B and just have, like 808, kick drum, and, are a completely electronic influence. And the cool thing is, I'm honestly working on my next record that I hope to release in six months. And it's going to be completely different than Victory. So it's bad because a lot of people, not that it's bad, but a lot of people are like, what genre? And I'm like, I don't know what to tell you because it's all over the place. And for me, it's literally just, I just need to be me and express myself. And I think I have so many different ways of expressing myself. Like to me, I embrace that. And I'm like, you know what? Tomorrow's going to be acoustic guitar. Next day, it's going to be electronic. I don't know what to tell you.
No, fair enough. Why put yourself in a spot where you're only accommodating, tastes of a certain genre, whatever. So yeah, there you go. One of the things that you were recently involved with, and I know for you it was definitely a proud opportunity for you, a good moment as far as being able to contribute to the family and the city. But the situation was what it was. It was the Louisville Metro Police officer Nick Rodman was recently killed in the line of duty last week or so. You got involved to the point where you penned a song and you sang it at the funeral itself. How did that all come about for you?
So at my CD release, actually, a couple of my friends were there. Steve Francis and and Jason Newell were there. And so obviously, my release was Friday. I think Officer Rodman passed the Thursday, the day before, or the Wednesday or Thursday before. I can't remember exactly. Right. But so Steve called me Sunday, and he was just like, or actually it was Saturday night after the release, and he's like, Steven, he's like, I know you can write songs, and I know you're a songwriter. This has been a huge devastation to the community, the LMPD, and obviously his family, without a doubt. And who is, father and brother are in LMPD. And he's like, dude, you should totally write a song about this, and if you could do that, man, it'd be a great way to give back to your community. And so I took him up on the the thought, and I was like, all my equipment is still in the trailer, and I was like, I have no way to, I'll have to dig my guitar out of the trailer and stuff, but because I just got done with the release show. And so went over to his condo downtown Louisville, and I was like, dude, just get all the newspaper clippings, just print it all out and get a highlighter and highlight every important thing, and I'll see what I can do. And so I just, and an hour later, had it all together. I was like, okay, let's videotape it, put it up on YouTube. So I did it in just the first take. So the YouTube video that is up online is literally the first time I sang the song. And just mashed it up together, put it online. And so Steve and Jason, sent it out to LMPD, the news stations, and then I posted up on my Facebook wall. And I know some of my friends and just, other people, just put it out there. And I was like, my whole goal was if the family saw it, that it might touch them. That's all I expected to happen out of it, is just, maybe it could bring some healing and, to the pain, and then maybe even the Louisville officers, that it would give them something to hold on to and give them hope. And so then Monday night, so that was Sunday, wrote the song, put it up YouTube, went to the vigil, which was down the street. It was amazing to be a part of that, and just the whole community coming together to honor him. And then Monday night, I'm already back in Nashville, and about a week ago, exactly to the hour, pretty much 11:30 last week, I got a phone call from Sergeant Michael O'Neill, and he was just like, Stephen, he's like, the LMPD has seen the video, the family's seen the video. We've been so touched by this. I know it's last minute. It's 10 hours away from the moment of the funeral. Is there any way you could perform the song for the family and for the police? And I was like, absolutely. I was like, I will pack a bag this second and I'll head back into town. And I honestly, it was one of those things I didn't even think about it. I just did it. To honor our community, our city, his family, to me was the least I could do. And I got in about 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, had to be at Southeast at 8:30, and to do a sound check. And then at that, I had not even played the song since I uploaded it. And so then I'm back in the green room just hammering it out. And thankfully they had, the teleprompters they were able to put the lyrics on. And, I as I walked out on the stage, it's, to sing that song, Mayor Greg Fisher was there, literally the entire police force from not only Louisville, but from other cities. And
you had the entire city, buddy. You had the entire city watching that event. So kudos to you. Absolutely. And what actually you said it, I think you hit the nail on the head. You pinned this song within, in a sense, days or whatever, to the point where you still needed that prompter because you didn't obviously memorize the lyrics yet. So that's how crazy fast it came around for you. And I'm so happy that I'm so happy. And that was a moment that you're right. That's something I don't want to discount it as simple, but obviously what you did, put your heart in, your time in, but for a 3 to 4 minute song that you were basically able to nail down quickly, that song touched thousands of people. Again, not just there, but city-wise. So I'm so happy for you, because I can already get the vibe. I think I have a good judge of character. You seem like a very cool kid, good guy, and I'm happy that all worked out for you.
It was amazing. I was even buying a pair of shoes today, and they, the lady at the register recognized me, and it's like they started tearing up. And actually, after I sang the song, I got to meet the family, got to fist bump his little boy, and so emotional. Cool. Even his father, his mother put me aside from everything, and he said, he's like, Stephen, the fact that somebody would take the time to do this, and we both started tearing up and bursting into tears, and he's like, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. He's like, said you'll always be a member of our family, and and to be there, I would have still done it without any of that happening, just so that they would have had the peace. And then the fact for me, it's just to be with the community and hopefully bring the community together in a time of weakness to help strengthen us together as a whole, to me is something that is very humbling, and it makes me even prouder to call the city my home.
Very cool. Very cool. Again, I'm very happy, very proud. I know, whenever people, and I say this too, and I kind of, even to this show I'm doing, which is a hobby. I have a daytime job, but I do this as a hobby and fun. But with this show, I still kind of, not maybe in the same degree as you, because I'm not putting my talents in the same as you, Stephen. But guys, people with the talent that you have, anytime you have the platform, you have that capability of touching people through music in this case. A great voice, your talents, and I'm happy that that you get that, and you're doing your part to spread good karma, and just helping, in this case, helping a family out, because you know how much that 4-minute song meant to them and will always mean to them. So you'll be forever entwined with that family.
Yes. And so, and that's
Very
the thing
cool.
for me. It's humbling, and I'm very grateful to just, like I said, be able to be a part of this community. And like, even, for me, it's just like, just what you're doing. And I don't know if anybody's ever said it, but thank you for what you're doing for all of us, for all of us creative people. To me, that's what's amazing about this town, is we stick together and we help each other out. And to me, that's what makes a community stronger, is we, all of us, doing our part. And you're right, you have your normal job, but to me, this is, a level of outreach that to me is humbling to be a part of. So thank you for having me and a part of your show. It's an honor.
Yeah, definitely. Well, before we let you go, share with us your upcoming gigs. Where can people check you out, and your social?
So the best way is StephenGouldMusic.com. That will link you to everything. Facebook, I'll give you direct link to YouTube, all that stuff, and that's usually where I announce everything. As far as gigs, right now, I've already played all. I think in May I have a couple at Buckhead, but honestly, I'm wide open for some new bookings. And the cool thing is I still play on the Walking Bridge this upcoming year. I'm honestly looking so forward to just going up there on the evenings when I have available time. So if you want to come see me live, in a way, it's completely different than a show. It's just me being me, doing what I do in my most organic form, and that's being up on the Big Four Bridge. So that's an extra incentive to just get out and enjoy the day.
Yeah, there you go. Well, brother, man, the pleasure is mine. I consider you a definite friend. Anything I can do to help promote you let me know, and we'll get you back on down the road. But yeah, I look forward to coming and hanging out with you at a gig soon. So good stuff, Steve.
Absolutely, let's do it. Let's hang out, even if it's at somebody else's gig. Let's do it.
There you go. All right, man. Best of luck, and we'll stay in touch, and keep doing what you're doing, brother.
Dude, thank you so much. I hope you succeed with your show, and hopefully everything goes up for both of us.
Stephen Gould, singer-songwriter, little native, kind of going back and forth between Nashville. I got my third segment guests, Abbie and Antonio. Abbie and Antonio, like lining up everything for the last segment. It's kind of different because I usually have a co-host, so I can, whenever I screen callers, screen the guests, I kind of let my co-host speak and do their thing, and then I go sneak off and say hey to the guests. But tonight's a little different. I'm doing the solo thing, so I gotta have to do it. In this case, using a break. So, with that said, segment 3 is alive and kicking. I've got Abbie Purdie. Not just Purdie, she's fucking gorgeous. Model, actress. Oh my god, OMG. And then
I don't know about all that.
Stop. Let me. It's my show. Let me do the talking. And then we've got Antonio Pantoja.
Yes, you got it.
I said it right.
Most people butcher it, so you did great.
I did great. Photographer, filmmaker, who's making a lot of noise here in the Louisville area. And guys, welcome to my nonsense tonight.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us. I'm so excited.
So excited. She just can't hide it. Let's start with Abbie. Ladies first.
Of course.
We connected. Actually, both of you all. How I connected with both of you. Let me do this first. Abbie, I connected with you because of your work with Raul Borkar. Which I got to see the trailer. I kind of have to be honest. I did get to see the video, which blew me away, and we'll give props to everybody. Antonio, I was familiar with you through some of your previous work. Dusty, help me out, Dusty.
Oh, Dusty Lee.
Lee?
Dusty Lee. Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
yes.
right.
And thank you,
And
man. Yeah.
Tiffany, good God, Tiffany in
Oh,
that
yeah.
video. Yeah. So
That was just like a last
she's
minute thing on the fly we did. Yeah.
yeah, she's been on the show, and she's,
No way.
I'm proud to say, yeah, she's one of our shooting from the lip girls too. And Abbie, you don't know this, you really are one of our girls too, and you'll have a shirt that will prove it, so you can flaunt it on social media.
Oh, heck yeah.
for,
You know I'm about to.
for all of yeah, you're going to be bait for our show, but it is what it is. Let's come back, Abbie. Being all young and a kid, I don't know how long have you been doing the modeling actors thing? Like 6 months, because you're like still in your teens.
Okay, that's not true. I'm a grown-up.
You're a grown
And,
up. All right.
you know, this whole modeling thing has kind of just been like a whirlwind, you know. I actually, when I was in high school, people used to tell me all the time that I should model. But believe it or not, I actually didn't really ever have the confidence to do it. You know, little things here and there started happening, and I was asked to be the face of my school capital campaign. So I had my first real shoot, and my picture was on the flyers, and it was actually produced by Ashton Advertising. So that's kind of where it all began. And then
So,
I guess.
is there any truth to the rumor I heard that you decided to go into modeling once you published your 1 millionth selfie on social media?
Yeah, I can definitely confirm that that's false.
Yeah. Okay.
That's great.
So
But,
you obviously you made a splash at school. This is what, KCD. So
Yes,
right.
yes.
KCD. So can I have to ask, how old are you, Abbie?
Okay. How old am I?
How old are you? Yeah.
I'm 21.
20, barely legal. Good God.
What? I told you I was a grown-up. I wasn't lying.
All right, you did. You set the record straight. All right, people, all you male listeners, you those thoughts that you had, they're okay. She's 21, so okay. All right. So Abbie,
Stop.
you're doing the how long? All right, after high school, then how did this career thing go for you? What did you at what point did you decide to pursue making selfies, and money at the same time?
Oh my gosh. Well, okay. So after the campaign, thing, I started getting contacted by brands and companies through, my Instagram account. And so these were national spots. So I was being seen by people, all over. And I did a t-shirt ad for 224 Apparel, which is based out of Arizona, and then was asked to be a dream girl for The Social Life, which is an LA-based company that specializes in Greek apparel. And so then, after that, the inquiries and offers began coming my way, and I've had the honor of shooting with some seriously extremely talented photographers. And I got to work in Chicago over the summer, and I got to work in LA, and I actually just recently was hired to model for Luxe by Lisa Vogel, which is a swimwear company out of LA, and Aragon Swimwear out of Miami. And so it just has been such a crazy experience for me, because I started all of this just kind of not really having any idea where it was going to go or what it would lead to or what my end goal was. But I always kind of had low confidence, and then as I started shooting and building my confidence and building my portfolio, I was like, okay, wait a second, maybe I can do this. And so it's just been really cool, and I'm so humbled by everything I've gotten to be a part of, and all the amazing people that have gotten to me. Especially Antonio and Raul have been amazing people in my life.
Oh, nice little plug. We won't go into that segue yet. Bear with me. I'm trying to think, Abbie, when you were humbled and didn't think you would be able to pull this off, is that when you had braces and 2-inch glasses or something? What did you not get about you that you didn't think could pull this off?
Well, if I'm being honest, I actually never had to have braces.
Okay.
So, no, but I don't know. I mean, I just never really saw myself in that way. I never really thought that people would want to take a picture of me or include me in some kind of artistic project. I don't know. I never looked at it that way.
Now, you're saying you've had people find you, businesses find you on your Instagram. Is that what you?
Yeah.
So in this case, you are one of those social media reality, people that, are living the dream because your social media, what you put on your social media attracted, someone. So, hey, I guess for all you people out there, I stand corrected. It's not, I shouldn't be calling them attention whores or whatever I say. But anyway, so that's cool. I like that.
No,
Yeah.
I mean, social media is an incredibly powerful tool.
Very, very. All right. Let's let Antonio come and play for a little bit. Antonio, you're a kid too. Good Lord. I mean, what is this like? I feel like you guys are gonna go backstreet in sync on me. Like
Yeah,
but
man.
what is your story, Antonio?
I'm 16 years old. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm 33, so I'm not really a baby that much, man. No. But I'm not super good at talking about myself. But I can say this about Abbie, if it's cool. She's extremely, her humility, generosity, professionalism, and work ethic. She's becoming an industry leader. As a model actress, she's killing it right now. And that stuff didn't come across, but that's 100% honesty, man. And that's without saying that she's extremely talented. Obviously, she's beautiful, but she's killing it, man. She's really killing it. And the music video that you had brought up earlier, it's a testament. I mean, people are going to see some really raw emotion that you don't really get to see locally in a lot of local music videos in that video. But yeah, that's it. I'm terrible about talking about myself, but I don't think I have a really interesting story, unfortunately.
Well, for the record, Antonio, I hate to be a party pooper, but people who are not interesting, I generally don't have them on my show. So I need you to say you're interesting. So that's just
Okay.
All right,
I'll tell you a little bit about
Now,
myself. Okay.
Go.
Oh,
Tell
no,
us
go
a
ahead.
little more.
I'm sorry, you had another question.
No.
Okay.
Go.
So, I guess I have an 8th grade education, so not the smartest guy in the world. I do photos and video, and I've gotten to work with some really talented people. But to be honest, I'm nothing without anybody in front of my camera. So I think I'm just really lucky, So I'm usually not the smartest person in the room ever. But if you put somebody in front of my camera who's great, then I get more credit than I deserve. Really in reality.
This guy, for the record, our listeners, might be the most humble guy that's ever been on our show. I try to get a TMZ soundbite from all of our guests. I'm not going to get that from you. Is there any juicy? Who do I need to contact, Antonio, to get the real dirt on you?
Oh man, I'm 100% transparent. So anything you ask me, I will answer honestly.
All right, very cool, brother. Very cool. Now, Abbie, I want you to share. Well, before we get into how the three of us kind of really connected, as a model actress, is there like an influence? Is there somebody out there that you kind of gravitate to, I don't know, to not maybe copy or mimic, but that inspires you?
I mean, I always kind of try to look at other models before I shoot, but there's not necessarily a single person that I try to be like. I just kind of follow the lead of the photographer, and on a shoot, things just kind of flow. And I always, try to be myself, and I think that's kind of what sets me apart from other people, is that I pride myself on being as kind and as humble as possible, and then I give 100% to everything that I do, and so I just try to keep it real and stay true to myself.
Hello, am I on still?
Oh, my bad.
Hello.
I had put myself on mute. I was never mind. So Abbie, it's safe to say that you're not in that mindset where you play a creative control card. Do you tell Antonio, only film me from this side, and you trust him. You trust him.
Yeah, I mean, it's Antonio Pantoja. Yeah, he needs no direction from anyone. He's unreal. I mean, his work speaks for itself.
Oh, it made my day. Thank you so much.
I have to say this: if I was a chick the name Antonio Pantoja alone, just the name, my panties would drop if I was a chick alone. Just the name.
You know what's funny, man, is whenever like I have like an exotic name, which is that's really cool. But then whenever they hear my voice, they're very let down because I don't talk with an accent. I think I can see the disappointment in people when they're like, he doesn't even have an accent. How does he not have an accent?
He has more of a Southern accent than a Italian or Yeah. Do you realize, Antonio? It's not too late. I think you're still young enough to, go get this. I don't know, whatever type of, you probably can do YouTube where you can train yourself to come up with an accent. Just imagine how much, quote unquote, risky business would pick up with an accent.
I might try that accent on my wife.
Oh, we got to give the wife. Oh, shout out to the wife. Yeah. Pillow talk by Antonio. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Not to get you in trouble there. No. All right, Abbie, Antonio, we the three of us connected through by proxy from a friend of ours, Raul Borkar. He's got, Raul, good buddy of mine. He's actually going to come on tomorrow night's show to promote their gig this coming Saturday night. But along with that gig, he put together a video. And it involved the two of you, Abbie, the actress, Antonio. You directed the video. So I'm going to actually start with Antonio here without getting too deep because I don't want to give away, the video. But how did the three of you all come together and the mindset or the vision you had for this?
Well, I wrote 2 treatments for the song. So initially, when I heard the song, I don't know if he's put out what song it actually is. I don't want to ruin it for anyone.
I saw it. Well, no,
so
he hasn't. Okay. I know, but yeah, and I thought it was a killer version
allowed to
of
say
it.
But so, yeah, man. So
I don't know if you are allowed.
Okay, I will not say anything. But when I heard it initially, many years ago, that I didn't understand what it is. So I probably listened to it over 1,000 times, and then I had an epiphany. I was like, oh my gosh, I get it. This song is about this. He's trying to communicate with somebody, and he can't really get his words out. So I wrote 2 treatments for Raul based on that. And by the way, Raul's my brother, man. I've known him for 10 years. And Stephen Gould, too. I put Stephen Gould in a video recently, in Dusty Lee's video.
Oh, really?
He's a really great.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm going to send it to you. He's a really, really great guy. Super talented. His song was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, sent him 2 treatments, and Raul decided on which one that he liked the best. And then he was like, hey, have you ever heard of Abbie Purdie? And I said, oh my God, she's amazing. I would love to work with her. And then he cast Abbie for the video, and I left everything up to him, obviously, because this is his baby. It's very important to him, and I'm just very thankful that he would trust me with something that he cares about more than anything, and that's his music. So obviously, I was very humbled by that. So yeah, I let Raul do most of the heavy lifting, and I just wrote it. That's it.
Mm-hmm. Now, Abbie, you all connected with them because you look okay and your talents are okay, more than okay. What was it like? What was the first meeting? Or because Abbie, did you already know these guys before you connected with them on this project?
Well, yeah. I mean, for sure. Since the day that I started, this whole modeling / acting journey, I knew of Antonio Pantoja, and I was like, I will feel like it is the pinnacle of my career if I ever get the chance to work with someone as talented as Antonio. And so Raul, in the same way, he's so talented and so kind. They both are. And so when I was asked to be a part of this, I was like, all right, like, no freaking way. This is the coolest thing ever. I get to be with these amazing people and create something like so dope.
Mm-hmm.
You made my day, by the way. Thank you twice.
Well,
thank you.
I'm gonna have to throw this out here because Antonio, this is the first time you and I've actually talked. But I've heard a lot of good things about you talent-wise. But I think we'll all agree, the more than talent, when someone speaks well of your person, your who you are as a person, and that always resonates with everybody. I mean, you want to surround yourself with good people. I've heard nothing but good things about you from a talent perspective and from personally how you are. So Again,
Oh man, thank you.
obviously, and okay, if you want to shed a tear or break into tears, that's fine. That's a moment. But no, it says something because that's when I've got to know Raul and these guys, and I love Raul. Raul's a very talented musician, but he is a even better person. And when someone like
Yeah.
Raul says glowing things about Abbie and Antonio, I mean that's all I need is and so yeah, so reputation wise, you got that part covered, just people wise, but talent wise, when I got to see the video, and I was blown away. You, Antonio, told a very, very good story. And I'm still not sure for sure if the ending was the way I think it was. You didn't
Yeah.
answer that question for sure at the end.
I talked about it
What
a lot with
was
my wife. She's a harsh critic on me, right? So I talk a lot about it a lot with her, and I made her, she watched it. She watches all my stuff, and she shoots me straight, and a lot of people will not. And I asked her, did you understand it? Because I didn't tell her anything about it, And she said, yeah, I definitely understood it, She said, and a lot of times, sometimes I have to through exposition, I have to hit people with a twist or the storyline right in the face, and sometimes it's not good because you insult your audience. So I asked her if it had that that healthy, happy medium, and that fine dynamic, to please an audience, because you have to get inside there. And she said definitely. So I got her approval through it. So through that, I knew that it was good. Can I say one more thing, if it's okay? Abbie brought wine and chocolate to me before the shoot. I thought that was the coolest thing ever. Nobody has ever done that before, but I think that's a testament to her humility, work ethic, professionalism that I was talking about earlier. Nobody does that, man. That's you. That's so cool, man. But that immediately
you know who does the type of person that does that, Antonio?
Who?
The type of person that does that wants future gigs with Antonio as well.
No. I'd be lucky. I'd be honored.
And and you know what? I was gonna say that would be a freaking no-brainer to bring Abbie on, for additional projects. I mean, Abbie,
absolutely.
Were those real? Can you make yourself cry on a whim?
Well, going into that whole thing, I knew that it was gonna take some serious emotion, and my love for Raul and how important this project was to him and how honored I was to get to work with Antonio. I came into it with a mindset like, I'm going to deliver and I'm going to do a damn good job. And so I just kind of let myself go to that spot, I was kind of thankful that I faced some adversity that I could go back to and think about and draw my emotion from.
There you go. So actually, can you share what would be a moment what would be your mindset to have to get you into that emotional state? Was there something in the past, like, you're the kid that you were crushing on in the 8th grade, that sent you the note that said, will you go with me? Check yes or no. You check yes, but he decided to go a different direction. Is that where you kind of go back to?
Man, that's harsh, but
it is.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, I mean, I think I honestly was thinking about, all the people that I feel like are kind of watching to watch me fail, and I felt like, I've got a lot of people to prove wrong, and so, okay, so turn on my Beyonce mode and let's get this going. Let's do this thing.
Beyonce mode.
No, Antonio, that was all you.
No.
Well, you guys are. It's like a tennis match with you going back and forth. But
I know.
Antonio, share with us who are some of your influences?
Influences.
Because I'm gonna share with you. When I watched the video, one writer-director came to mind, but I want you to tell me who those are, and then I'll share who came to mind.
I know who you're thinking on that one exactly, but I think that influence-wise, I think you're going to say M. Night Shyamalan. I think that's what you're going to say. But I think that my inspiration, for this is my father. So he wasn't a video guy, or he wasn't a creative, he wasn't an artistic guy whatsoever, but he's just my hero, and he passed away in 2009, and I think that everything that I do, I just try to be like him or make him proud to some degree, and he's the reason that I actually got into this, and he doesn't even know that. Like, indirectly, after he passed away, I had like 2 seconds of video of him, and I watched it a million times, so I think that indirectly I have to give all credit to my father, you know, but as far as influences, I love 80s flicks, I love horror flicks. You might not see a lot of that in my stuff because I don't get to do a lot of that. But I really dig that stuff. So that's the stuff that I love. And I don't know how I come up with this stuff. I guess every situation is different. So I listen to the project probably a million times before I discuss it with the artist the next time. And then I just try to figure out how it's going to speak to me. And I try to see it from a different perspective also, which is extremely helpful. So that's basically it in a nutshell.
Very cool. Now, since your love for horror flicks, was there any time during this project with Raul that you wanted Jason hockey mask on Raul and have him chase Abbie in a cemetery in a rainstorm with a knife?
You've seen my other videos, haven't you? Have you seen my other videos?
I haven't, but actually, I will. I'm going to now.
And you know what's funny, man, is talking to you, man, you're just like, you know who Buckshot is? You know Buckshot?
No, who's Buckshot?
He's a really good friend of mine, man, and you talk so similar to him. And to hear you talk about it, Jason, I did a video for him, and he was like, he was Jason in the video. It was a music video for the guy. He's amazing, but yeah, you sound identical to him, and yes, I totally wanted to do that in the video too.
No offense, Abbie. There would be a large male clientele that would love to see you run through a rainstorm being chased by someone in a hockey mask. Just saying.
Oh my gosh.
Nice. All right. Project-wise, Abbie, what do you have coming up?
Okay, well, I actually have kind of an exciting announcement. I received an internship for the summer with ESPN Louisville Talk Radio. So that's That's my next so that's my next big thing on my agenda, and I'm so excited.
Now I have to ask, Abbie. Definitely congratulations.
Thank you.
Talk radio. So are you a sports girl? I mean, do you know your sports?
I mean, yeah, heck yeah. I mean, I grew up with two big brothers and my dad, so ESPN was literally always on in my house. And, you know, I always hear my brothers and dad talking about stats and players and whatever. It's just in my blood, so.
Now, I have to ask, what kind of a role will you have? Because I'm listening to you, and I'm impressed with what you say, but what are you doing there? Does that, to me, the Abbie package, is that showcasing the true Abbie package?
Honestly, like, I didn't really care what the job entailed. If it meant that I could get to be able to be part of something that's ESPN, I was like, you know what, whatever. I'll seriously go around and get people coffee for them. I don't care. Just as long as I get to, like, be in such a cool environment with cool people, start at the bottom.
Okay, fair enough. So that's going to be a real job, right?
A real job. See, I told you I'm a grown up.
You are a grown up. Yeah. Again, guys. Your thoughts are okay. She is 21. So as far as that's the real world. Are you modeling gigs or videos, or you got anything lined up?
Yeah, I've got a couple things coming up. April and May are pretty solid book for me, so I'm excited to see how the next few projects are going to turn out. And my biggest thing is, of course, the concert this weekend with Raul, and the video showing is going to be so cool. I can't wait for everybody to see it. You will be there, correct? Of course. Everyone come. Okay. Yeah, we gotta. We'll be promoting. Actually, tomorrow night we'll be promoting it, shoving it down everybody's throats tomorrow night. So. Heck yeah. Yeah. Antonio, what's on your plate? A man of that the talent that you have, and you're right. It was M. Night Shyamalan. It was M. Night. Yeah. But like you, M. Night doesn't have an accent either.
Yeah, he does not. Yeah, he does not.
Yeah.
I have a lot coming up, so some really cool stuff. We just dropped a video today with a couple of my best friends are in it. So Todd Proctor, Dusty Lee, and Bubba Sparks. So we just dropped that today. The video is out. It's on my Facebook. It's everywhere. I'm sure you'll come across it. It'll be on World Star Hip Hop and everywhere. Got a lot of more projects coming up with Dusty Lee. Going to be shooting with, this is supposed to be secret, but I'm supposed to be shooting with Tech 9 in May, which will be super cool. A bunch of crazy stuff. I had yesterday the I've got something coming out with Exol magazine. I shot the cover of Tops magazine, which came out yesterday. It's on newsstands everywhere. Bunch of craziness. I don't know, man, but I'm really looking forward to. I'm doing a feature this year, so I'm doing a full-length feature film. It's already funded, so I'm going to be doing that this year. Super pumped about that. More details to follow. I'm sure I'll be like peppering social media with it soon. Yeah, that's about it. I don't know, man. I'm not super interesting.
Oh, stop. You bring up a good point. With the work you do, obviously a lot of it is budget driven. How much, how complicated or easy/hard is it for you to get a budget established for the work you do?
It's super easy, man. Honestly,
is it?
It depends on like what it is. So yeah. So like, let's say for example, I'm thinking about like doing a course after I finish my feature. So that might be like the first time I've ever discussed. I just discussed it with my wife today or whatever. But yeah, getting the budget was pretty simple. I have some little tricks here and there that I could tell you guys about. Now I'll like include it in these courses. I think like I'm gonna do probably some free workshops for it for people who are aspiring. But yeah, man. So yeah, I mean, it's very simple. It's really simple. And if it's for like a music video or something like that, usually the idea will dictate the budget for the video, but it's usually no problem. I mean, I never really have an issue. I know that most people probably, they come at me with an expectation, they know I'm not like the cheapest person in the entire world. And, but I can do things on zero budget too. We do a lot with no budget. I've done that many times, but I think they have an expectation about me,
Expectation about you. Do people have expectations about you? What is that expectation? Come on.
I think the expectation is that they know that I usually have a hard time working with like very little budget, so they know that, it's probably going to cost some money because based on the ideas, like let's say they want like a Lamborghini that's going to turn over and do some like, some kind of crazy stunts in a video. They know they can't do that for $0. And and I'm very limited on CGI. So they know, man. So they know, it's expensive, this stuff, like these cameras that we use, they're very expensive. So they know. So budget's tricky.
Budget's tricky. All right. Abbie, she's 21, guys. That's another, we get the 21 trending. Hashtag 21. She's old enough. Abbie, you're not married, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Actually, someone messaged me to ask that question. I won't say it, but yeah. All right. There are people listening. I have a little bit of an audience, and whenever, depending on the guests, I'll get hammered through my messenger or whatever. Like, what's going on? What's the status with blah blah blah, and I'm like, dial it down, guys. Actually, I really thought you were under 21. So I was like, she's just a kid. All right, guys, she's not a kid. She's blossomed into a very beautiful flower. All right, guys, this is where on the segment of the show where I do what I call round of shots.
Oh my God.
Obviously it's tongue in cheek because we can't per se do real shots, but we will. You and I will do a shot Saturday. Raul will probably not join us. He'll do a shot of H2O, but anyway, this is what I do. I'll throw questions at you. Quick Q&A. Just have fun with it. I'm going to ask the same question to both of you, but I'm going to trade off on who gets the, question first. So just play along. Abbie, you're the lady. Ladies go first. First question, Abbie. Who or what was the first concert you attended?
Okay, let's see. My first concert was Katy Perry when I was in the 8th grade.
Which was not that long ago.
Whatever. It was so fun, and I got to see fireworks live, and I jammed out. So whatever.
She got to see fireworks live. Do you not go to Thunder? Well, I'm this kind of thing where you see one set of fireworks, you really seen them all. How can fireworks really outdo the previous fireworks show?
Yeah, for sure.
Now I'm talking.
Sure.
Okay, for sure. All right. Antonio.
Yes.
The man with the exotic name. What was your first concert?
I don't even remember, man. I don't know.
Come on.
I hate to say that. I don't know, but I grew up listening to metal, but I don't know. It was probably Mindless Self-Indulgence, I think. I don't know if you guys know who they are, but they're amazing. They're just like a retro kind of punk. I don't even know what category you put them in, but yeah, man. So what's funny is the contrast of like that between what I took my daughter to for her first concert. She saw Selena Gomez, and I've never been to a pop concert in my entire life. So like. But I brought her to Selena Gomez, but so that was her first one. So yeah, I think my first one was Mindless Self-Indulgence. I do believe.
Okay, all right, that'll work. I'm not familiar with them, but I'll have to Google and look them up. That's how I'll roll. All right,
they're not very good, but you might like them.
Okay, no, you like them. That's all that matters. It's your question and answer. I mean, it's right. All right, second question. Starting with Antonio. I'm curious when Antonio. This is actually not the question, but that's the name Antonio. See, I'm already jealous because I got a plain 2-syllable name, Kevin. But Antonio that's that very exotic 3-syllable name. Is there a certain way that I don't know, Abbie? Tell me how you say Antonio.
Antonio.
Come on. No, all right. That you're just saying it. How would you say it if you at after midnight, after a few drinks? How would you say it?
How would I say it? Okay.
Come on, just play along. Work with me here, Abbie.
No, I'm trying. I'm getting myself ready. I think I would say something along the lines of Antonio.
See, I'm a straight guy, and I think I'm a straight guy. I think I would say it even sexier. I would be like, Antonio.
Oh, dang. That was hot.
Yeah, he took all the bass out of his voice for that.
I know.
All right, number two, Antonio, you're first. Last, when I ask this question routinely, and I never get the TMZ soundbite that I want, and I probably am not going to get it tonight either, but I'll go on and ask it. What was the last picture you took with your phone?
Today, this is not a really good one, man, but today I took my daughters to the park, so I have a picture of I have 2 daughters, so I took a picture of my 2-year-old sliding down the slide. That's it.
Played the family card on me. Nice. Yeah. All right.
It's true.
All right. I'm sure it is, and that's a good dad. I can respect. I've got kids. I'll respect that. Abbie, what was, maybe we'll go not so work friendly here. Not suitable for work, yeah, or not. What was the last picture you took, Abbie?
So okay, the last actually, I'm looking at my camera roll right now, and it's actually a screenshot of the song called "Boss Ass Bitch," and I was listening to it before I got on here with you guys.
That'll work. Props to that. All right, there you go. I like that. That'll work.
I'm not gonna lie.
No. But truth is optional on this show, but it's okay. All right, number 3, Abbie, your turn. A celebrity.
Okay.
You would like to be stuck in an elevator with.
A celebrity I'd like to be stuck in an elevator with.
Yeah.
Channing Tatum.
Do you know what I heard about him? He butchers the English language. They showed recently emails and texts that the guy can't spell. To me, anybody that cannot spell, you gotta cross him off your list, because if you can't spell correctly, it kind of says something, don't you think? But no.
Yeah,
I guess it's no.
I mean,
no.
I feel that. I mean, that's definitely.
Right. Yeah. I mean, okay, but it's your celebrity. It's all right. You can have Channing.
Why are you,
Channing.
Yeah,
guy? I know I'm hating on your guy. All right. Antonio, your turn. What celebrity would you be stuck?
I don't have a super cool answer, man, but I'd probably pick Bruce Campbell, man, from the Evil Dead. You know, the 80s.
I like Bruce Campbell.
Slasher flick.
Yes.
He's my
I
idol,
do like
man,
Bruce.
and I have him tattooed on me. I have him tattooed on my leg.
Are you serious? Are you
swear.
serious?
Yeah. Oh, I'm dead serious.
Wow.
I love him to death, dude. So, I read all of his books and I've
Okay.
seen all of his movies and a huge fan. So yeah, man, he's my man crush Monday. You know what I'm saying?
I love it. Love it. Bruce Campbell. All right, number 4. Back to Antonio. Antonio, tell us your guilty pleasure. What's a guilty pleasure for you, Antonio?
A guilty pleasure. I don't know. I don't do anything, man. I only work.
Oh
Let
my
me think
God.
let me think and see if I can think of one thing. I don't know, man. I don't do anything much. I really like trash TV. I love trash TV, like really, really bad 80s flicks, like Cobra. Have you ever seen Cobra with Sylvester Stallone in it? You've ever
I
seen that
actually
before?
have.
Most people probably
Yeah,
haven't.
I have.
So
Yeah,
I love movies like that.
my age group has seen it. My age bracket has
yeah.
seen it. Abby
man.
probably thinks you say Cobra and she's running because it's a snake with a hood.
It's really bad, and there's a whole series of movies like that, like Bloodsport and Blood In, Blood Out, and all these old movies that came out like that, a whole gang of them, man. And nobody would ever pay me for that, I don't think, because of the type of work that I do. But, man, like that's my stuff, man. I love it.
His stuff. It's his stuff. What about
I don't know
your
if I cuss
stuff,
on here.
Abby? You can cuss. It's internet radio. I'm not gonna get fined or anything. So
well, this would have been a different show, man.
Abby,
No.
it could have been. I thought I warned you guys. No filter. I thought I sent that memo out to you guys.
I thought you meant Instagram. No, I'm just kidding.
No. Abby, what's your guilty pleasure?
Let's see. I have to be pulling all-nighters to watch movies.
Are you a Netflix pajama kind of chick?
Oh, absolutely. I love to binge watch, but only when I can.
Only when you can.
Yeah, I
and tonight you can't.
Stuff to do. No.
Well, I was gonna say tonight you
cannot.
can't because you belong to us tonight. All right, number.
I'm not mad.
5. I know you've been a good team player tonight for us. Number 5. Back to Abby. Abby, if you had access to a time machine and could go anywhere in the past, your living past, pre-birth past, where would you go?
I'd go back to. Let's see. I would probably go back to the summer between my junior and senior year of high school when I got to go to Haiti on a service trip.
Oh wow, Haiti? Really?
Yes.
All right, I want to digress a little bit. That had to have been a life-changing experience. Haiti?
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, really.
It was crazy. I kind of went there thinking of all the ways that I could help the people there. And then when I got there, I was able to hold the children in the infirmary while waiting for the doctor and spend some time teaching English to kids. And they speak Creole, which is somewhat similar to French. And I speak French pretty well. So the communication for me wasn't as I kind of expected. And then, the ironic thing about it was those people and children were the ones who helped me and changed me, and they taught me so much about the world and how to be truly happy with so little. And it was such a humbling experience. And I think about it every single day. To be able to see, what joy looks like, it's so cool. So cool.
You know what? I'm gonna digress a little bit with the show, and that alone right there, that Abby tells me a lot about you because no, it's not. No, not the. No. I don't want to mean it or make it sound that way. But I think a lot of people, and this is may sound a little. This is an editorial. This is me. This is Kevin Hale talking. We all have what we have in a day, and I think any time that we can give our time, energy, our emotions, feelings to people who are less than, that's a no-brainer. That's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
So that alone tells me you could have just said that tonight, Abby, and I didn't need to hear anything else about you because that would have told me who you are. And that, I say that with all due respect. That's true.
Thank you.
And,
Thank you.
You know, you, Antonio, we're all put in a position where we can make a difference in someone's life. We can. I did today when, well, I'm not tooting my horn, but I just felt at that exit off the expressway was the right time to, give some money to somebody. You know, now I don't think that's not going to make me sleep better or not at the end of the night, but at that moment, it just it seemed real. It seemed right. And I think we all, you guys, I know present company here, appreciate where you're at and what you do, but I can also sense that when the opportunities come up where you can give a little to make a difference, you guys are there. So that's a thumbs up, and that means a lot. And in our day and age, with where we are on this planet, whatever. This sounds political, but it's okay to do something, to help our fellow brother, sister. So do it. Absolutely.
Exactly.
Kumbaya. I don't know. Never mind. All right. Let's say who is. I said time machine. Okay, Antonio, you have an answer? If you had access to a time machine, Antonio, and you can go anywhere you want. And granted, our budget only allows for you to go one place, Antonio. I can't let you go two, just one. Where would you go?
I don't know, man. I don't have as cool a story as
Good
Abbie.
God!
Amazing, but
we just let Abbie talk the amount of time she did. You could have thought of something. You still don't even know where you go.
I'll go to Haiti with Abbie now.
Yes.
I would go to.
You know what?
To be honest,
he played the Haiti card on me. He played the Haiti card on me.
I would go, honestly, for me, I always thought that like the 50s and 60s era is amazing. It was so cool, man. The music, everything, the movies. I would love to go to the 50s and 60s and just grow up there,
Would you? No internet.
I don't feel like
no smartphone.
I think that's a gift. I don't know if you noticed, but everything that I write, it never had technology. I never use technology in anything that I've ever written, because I feel like it's such a distraction. So I think that I would personally love to grow up in that era. I wish I had grown up in that era.
Okay. Now you realize no blonde bombshell like Abbie in the 60s either.
Oh yeah, that may be true, man. Have you seen the movie Crybaby? You've seen the movie Crybaby.
I have. You're okay. All right. I've got one last round of shot question, and I'm turning on the mic of my guest because this guest gets to ask the last question of you two. So, guest, ask the question.
Hello?
I don't know. Guest, ask. I don't know. Guest. I want to hold on. Guest. Do you want to say who you are first, or ask the question first? Your call. Go for it.
Well, it doesn't really matter who I am. I just want to. I got one thing to say first. Abbie, you're pretty. You're really pretty. I saw you on the internet, and you are pretty. But I got two questions, if you don't mind me asking. I want to ask Antonio first.
Okay.
If I buy the Samsung Note 8, it don't blow up, can I take movies on my phone?
Is that my question?
Yeah.
I think that you should get one that explodes, so that if you can find one with the one that will malfunction, it will make the video 10 times better because you won't have to pay for effects.
Like special effects. All right.
You won't even have to use special effects. Yeah, I would just write something.
You are a genius. Yeah. All right. I got one last question for Antonio and Abbie. In the state of Kentucky, who is your favorite Indian?
I knew this was Rahul Borkar, but naturally.
Rahul!
What's up, guys?
I love this man. I love this man to death.
Yeah.
Hey, I just want to tell you guys I love you, and I'm so glad that I got to be a part of what you guys did, because you guys, made the video, and I'm a fan, and just want to say thank you guys so much.
No, love you, man. You were amazing.
Love you so much.
Love you too. Well, you guys should.
So,
thank you.
For the record, who is your favorite Indian, Abbie?
Raul Borkar. Who else?
Yeah, no question.
I would have tried it for someone else. I would have.
He would have.
Tony, I'm glad you like the listeners to blow up.
Yeah,
for the good
Raul, this is little teaser, my own little teaser, because you're going to be on tomorrow night promoting the gig. But share with us
Can't wait.
real quick on what it meant for you in having Abbie and Antonio part of the video you did. I got to see it. I was blown away. I was engaged, not just musically, but emotionally. I loved it. That's what
Thanks.
it did to me. So go for it. Share with us what you can with the
You
video.
know, in all honesty, when I did the video and when I thought about the video, I've been wanting to do video for years, and like it just coincidentally happened that someone that's like a brother to me happened to be a director, and so I've been talking to Antonio for a while, and finally a song came up that we both were just like, this is it, let's do this. And to go back to what you were saying before about, Antonio's nature and Abbie, it was really important to me to surround myself with people that were, that I had just the utmost respect for and just that were as humble as can be. And, there wasn't any ego in the room or any time during the shoot. And it was just so special. I think all of us just appreciated each other. And I think it was emotional for all of us to do this video. And it means the world to me that they were part of it. And, I just can't say enough about these two right here. It just blows my mind how awesome they are.
It's kind of what I've been kind of saying.
I can't wait. We're going to show the video next week, and I'm so excited. I can't wait for you guys to all see it.
Yeah. Now, Antonio, or not Antonio, Raul, between me and you, are you glad that Abbie is 21? I am.
Abbie's a rock star, so yeah, she's. Yeah, I don't know how to answer that question, but Abbie's a rock star.
It's a yes or no question, Raul. All you do is say yes or no.
Well, yeah, I'm happy she's 21.
Okay, there you go. All right, we're all happy. See, that's a consensus, Abbie. We're all happy you're 21. Yes.
Hey, if you guys are happy, I'm happy.
We're all happy.
Yeah, Raul, I don't know if you were listening earlier. I said Saturday at the gig, it's H2O for you, and Abbie and I will do something non-H2O shot-wise.
Right.
So I wish you would do.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah. God, this has been one of the funnest segments I've had, and usually my fun segments, I say this, is that I get the kids that are in their 20s on, and I get to act like a kid. I get to just be stupid for a segment. But you guys, Abbie, and well, for starters, Raul, let's hear how you say Antonio.
Antonio.
Oh, he's got Antonio.
I like it.
Oh, he's got a little.
Like,
he does.
Or when the lights go down, it's like Antonio. Like that.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, all right, you one up me once again, Raul. Thank you, brother.
Hey, so can I add something I forgot totally about the video?
Absolutely.
Just to
go.
build some sort of anticipation, because I don't get to use special effects a lot in my videos, but in this one, Raul plays all of his own instruments. I'm not going to ruin anything, but you're going to see some amazing special effects in this video that we thought out, way beforehand. That I think people are going to be like, "How did you guys do that?" It's really cool. So can't wait for you guys to see that.
Yeah, buddy.
Wait a minute.
Awesome.
Whoa. Are you saying that you didn't like because technology today? I'm guessing that you reached out to the government who hooked you up with a group of people that helped you cloned. Clone Raul. So wait a minute, are you saying that there's not clones? Those are.
We should do that.
Something. Exactly.
We should clone me, like not for the video, for like everything.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, this is voodoo in the video actually, but
voodoo.
Not special effects. But I did reach.
It's awesome. Again, I'm a fan, so I'm not like boosting my own ego. I love what Antonio did. I love what Abbie did, and I happen to be in it too. So awesome.
Yeah. So very cool. Great freaking segment. Now, Antonio, you being the party pooper that you are, you're not going to be at this gig Saturday, correct?
No, I told you all I do is work, so I got to work, man. I'm gonna I just shoot all the time, so I just shoot, so I'm gonna be shooting all day. I have like a 14-hour day that day, but depending upon what time he goes on, I may be able to come contingent upon what time he goes on. So we'll see.
Raul, say it. What is your scheduled time to go on? What is your scheduled time to go on?
Okay. We will not go on any time before 10:30. I can guarantee that.
I'm possible, possible. I may, but I think I may be shooting.
Because here's the thing, though. We've got. I have a broom, and I've got a picture of you attached to the broom on the top, just to be there. But I would rather have you there instead of the broom.
Man,
exactly.
So you can work that out.
We would.
That's so
Dude,
cool.
you got it. You're Antonio. You're the director, right? You're basically controlling the shoot, right?
Antonio was the quarterback, and I just yes, he was. He was the quarterback,
right?
And basically, I was just like, you tell us what to do.
Right, Mr. Quarterback, Antonio, take a knee at 9-ish, so you can get out of there and head to Diamond, the concert hall. All of us are going to be there, man. It wouldn't be complete.
I'm gonna give y'all a new vocabulary word right now that you ain't never heard before.
Okay.
I'm gonna try my motherfuckingest.
All right. Hell yeah.
We'll have shirts for sale with that on it at the show.
Yes, hell yeah. Well, actually, I've trademarked the Hale, Hale, yeah. So that's mine.
What?
So back
No
off.
way. Can we
Hale,
please share it?
Hale, yeah. And I'll have actually at this point, Abbie, since you're going to be there Saturday, I'll bring you your shirt Saturday. You won't get it in the mail. I'll just bring it.
Oh yay!
And you'll have a shirt too, Antonio, if you show up.
Okay, I'm gonna try, man. I'm gonna try.
All right.
Not
All
even
right,
my best.
guys.
More than my best.
No, yeah, more. Tonight, great show tonight, great segment. Abbie Purdie, model, actress, Antonio Pantoja. Actually,
Yeah.
Raul says it better. Raul, say his name. Who is it? What's his name?
Antonio.
Antonio. Yeah, filmmaker, photographer, killed it on this last segment. Guys, thanks for hanging out with me and my craziness on this Monday night. Actually, we're technically Tuesday morning as it's over. It's midnight. It's 12:07. Fun time, good stuff. Abbie, I will see you Saturday. Raul, I'll talk to you tomorrow night, Tuesday night, tonight, whatever. Yeah, and promote Saturday's gig, which is going to be killer. We'll be there. Antonio, so glad to talk to you, meet you. I hope to definitely see you soon and party
Thank you for everything.
it's right. Yeah. All right, guys. Good. Have a good night, people.
Thank you
guys so much. I love y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Love
Love
you.
you, buddy.
Love. Take care.
Awesome
Much
love.
love.
All right.
Yes.
Bye.
Wow, what a show. I'm wrapping up. It is 12:08. Incredible show. Let me give props. First segment guest, and Amanda Rose, CEO, founder at Dating Boutique Inc., was our first guest. Second guest for the second segment, Stephen Gould, singer-songwriter. Last segment, I had Abbie Purdie Antonio Pantoja. Abbie, actress, model, Antonio, filmmaker, photographer. Come on, and we just killed it tonight. What a great show! And again, people who are not familiar with the show, I do Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday night live shows. Sunday sports show where we do pull out. We get local guests come on to hang out with us. That's the theme of our show. We promote local talent. Sunday night, local sports talent. Monday night, we had local entrepreneurs, local musicians, local talent on tonight. Tuesday night is totally dedicated to to local music here in the Louisville area. So, again, I like to say I do my part to promote the city I love, city I've been here, born, bred, lived, all that good stuff. And there is so much talent here, and the show does have a good time doing our part to give it up for the city of Louisville. So, me riding solo tonight. No Russ. Russ is out of town. I'll be in touch with Russ. Russ will be back next week. But for Kevin Hale, myself, talking third person. We wish everyone a good night and a pleasant Tuesday. We'll see you later, people.
At no time were any animals or people hurt during this presentation of Shooting from the Lip.